So today is the day we've been waiting for all season. It's Regen Day, and hopefully we're going to get some absolutely incredible young talents come through. Hello and welcome back to the Real Deal. Today we're taking on Leonesa and Alcorcon in the Spanish second division, and hopefully we're going to get 2 wins under our belt. Since you were last here, things have been going very, very well, I've got to say. I'll take you through what's happened. This has happened. Lots and lots and lots of green, a little bit of red and yellow, but lots of green. Now, last episode, of course, Seville beat and Lorca. We lost to Seville, but then beat Lorca 3-1. Since then, we've gone on a pretty good run. We beat Tenerife 2-1 at home, which is good. I think we lost to them twice this season already, actually. Once in the Cup, once in the league. Yeah, lost to the league then, lost in the Cup there. So we had to get revenge over Tenerife, and we did so at home, winning 2-1. Lozano and Tocci scoring the goals there. We then got pretty lucky, actually, playing all 4 teams in the relegation zone in a row. Granada, Royce, Almeria and Tarragona. So theoretically, this should have been quite easy game. Granada was the first one. Tocci and Lozano getting the goals once again, both of them getting 1 apiece this time. Then played Royce 2-0 there. Felix and Aaron scoring both those goals. We then played bottom of a table Almeria, and we drew 1-1. They scored a 92nd minute equaliser there. Lozano got a goal, which obviously was quite a disappointing result, especially they were bottom of the table, considering the results we had been having in the meantime. It was a little bit disappointing, but we can't complain too much after all those wins and things. I mean, look at the whole form we've been in recently. It's been absolutely fantastic since that Barcelona B game. We then played Tarragona, who were down there as well. 3-0 win is the biggest win we've had for quite some time, actually, I've got to say. A 3-0 win there. Lozano with 2 and Asa Gomez with 1 in the 13th minute as well. We then played Huesca, who's been the first real challenge for a little while, actually, probably since the Seville game, actually. They were sitting in the playoffs themselves, and Anthony Lozano scored in the 88th minute there to win the game for us. But Juan Carlos, he only got a 6.9 rating, but I swear he should have like a 9 rating in that game. He made so many saves. Huesca should have scored so many goals, really. However, they didn't score. Juan Carlos was the hero, and that's why we got the all-important win there in the end, I think. And then we played Lugo in bizarre terms, then mid-table side, and bizarrely lost 3-0 there. Don't really know why, or can't explain why we lost 3-0, but we just seemed to lose everything in that game. Really were not very good. However, though, you look at that form, and it's been absolutely incredible, especially that turnaround from the start of the season where we couldn't put a win together, really. We really, really struggled, I think, to get a bit of squad cohesion, find a proper tactic that really suited our needs. But since the Barcelona B game, we have been in absolutely hot form. Only lost 2 games, drew 2 league games, drew that friendly as well, but everything else has been a win. And all of that means that we are now challenging for the playoffs. We're now in 6th place in the Spanish second division, which is pretty good, on 49 points. 6 points off automatic promotion as well, so that's not out of the question, actually, as we go into these last few games. Well, I say last few games, there's still quite a few games to go left in the season, but we're not going to get relegated. We're a good 19 points off Royce, down in that relegation zone now. Granada actually had a pretty good, decent run as well, actually. When we played them, they were down in the relegation zone, so they've had a decent run of games recently to get themselves back up there as well. But as you can see, Royce, Almeria and Tarragona all in the relegation zone. So we had a pretty easy run of games, but, at least we managed to make them count. If we didn't make them count, it would have been pretty bad. Also, since last episode, it has been the Anthony Lozano show. If we look at his form, he's got a goal or an assist just about every game, apart from the last game against Lugo. He didn't score or get an assist, and that was just only bad game, got to say. And that's only because he didn't score or assist a goal. Every game he's been assisting or scoring goals, so he's been an absolutely inspired signing. I'm so glad that we got him. And actually as well, Garoletta's been really decent as well. He's not the one scoring the goals or getting the assists, but he's the one that's putting in the key passes. He starts off all these moves, like all these key passes he gets, like 4 in a game, 3 in a game, 3 in a game, 2 in a game. Like, he makes some really decent key passes, really starts off the moves, and I don't think his ratings are justified because he is playing really, really well. So the January transfers that we made have been really, really good. Hopefully the regens that come through today are also going to be top-notch stuff. This is the formation we're going to play today with Diamond. This is what I've been using mostly since he's been away, and this is what's been working best for us. So Juan Carlos starts in goal as per usual. A backline today of Varela, Fernandez, Valentini and Johannesson. Hernandez is injured. Yeah, he's injured at the moment with a twisted ankle. Full-in, Garoletta and Fulch are starting to make a pretty decent partnership in the midfield, actually. All starting to work together pretty well, which is quite nice. Aaron starts as the attacking midfielder, in behind Tocci and Lozano, who have been both in pretty decent form recently. Right, kickoff is upon us here today. Leonesa taking the kickoff. We're away from home today, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Leonesa sitting down in 14th actually, so in the bottom half of the table. We should be picking up the win here today, I think, which would be pretty decent, of course. Now, what's this? This is like episode 7 now of the Real Deal, and so I want to put a question to you. I'm kind of interested in how you found this. Were you a subscriber before the Oviedo series? Were you like from a Lincoln local, or even further back? You know, did you subscribe for Lincoln, or have you subscribed for Oviedo? Did you find the channel just through Oviedo, or is it through different things? So that's what I want to know. Leave a comment down below, just telling me where you found the channel, basically. Were you just searching things and it came up, or did you just find the Lincoln Loco or the Real Deal and things like that and started watching through that? So just let me know in the comment section. I'll be really interested to find out where you guys have come from, and I can understand a little bit more what sort of works on the channel to entice you guys in and things like that, because I'm interested in hearing that from you guys specifically. So if you can leave a comment down below, that would be absolutely marvellous, thank you. We've got a chance now through Lozano himself. Now, hopefully he's going to get a few more goals. Well, the ball's just been given away, although Sanchez does collect. I thought he picked it up then outside his box, which was a bit weird. He collects the ball, then plays out to Johannesson, and we're trying to build another attack now as Fulch puts it in towards Aaron. A quick bit of passing there, out back towards Johannesson, who puts a cross in into Lozano, who just narrowly puts it wide of the post. If he gets a shot on target today, I'm telling you now, he's going to be scoring goals today. He's been absolutely sensational since joining us. I really want to sign him, make it permanent, because I think he could be a really crucial player for us over the next few seasons. Even if we get promoted, I think he could be a really crucial player for us in La Liga, which would be pretty cool. Leoness trying to come forward now through Pino, although Rodri on the ball now is trying to send it back a little bit, just try and create a bit more space for them as they try and make a bit of a breakdown this right-hand side of the pitch now. They put it in more centrally. Rodri has been left completely open. Juan Carlos did not move for the ball, and Leonessa have opened the scoring here today in today's game, which is not the plan we wanted. So this is typical. I have said this before, they're shy, they're very camera shy of the Oviedo side. They do not like turning up for you guys. Again, another chance now for Leonessa to come forward down this right hand side of the pitch again. Pino once again in towards Rodri. This time he puts it just wide of the post. We're giving them a bit too much space at the back, and I'm not a fan of that. Free kick for us now. Aaron puts it into the centre. It's headed by someone. I'm not quite sure who got the header. I think it might have been Valentini. Hit the crossbar though, so we are getting close ourselves. It's not quite working out for us just yet. I mean, our left back's just completely ignored Cabrera there, and Rodri's there once again. Absolutely shambles at the back there. They've now gone 2-0 up. This is not good. This is very strange. Like, obviously, the start of the season, we were losing lots of games, and suddenly we just started winning them. And we're not entirely sure how we just started winning them, but we just seemed to do it. And then last game we played, of course, we lost 3-0 to Lugo. Are we just now going to start losing games and not really understand why it's happening? Again, the cross comes in. They nearly score again at the back post. They are all over us, Leonessa, and I'm not entirely sure why or how this is happening. Tochi now on the ball, because we've not been like this in recent games. We've been very decent. Fulch on the ball into Aaron. Aaron, I thought was going to get a ball through to Lozano, but didn't quite. Aaron out towards Johannesson once again. He puts his cross in. Lozano this time wins it again, puts it over the bar. We are getting really unlucky, I think, today, actually. Well, we're going to have to go aggressive at half-time. Where's the passion, lads? Do you even want to win this game? They all look fired up. We've not come back from 2-0 down yet at all in the series. Well, I say we have been behind in quite a few games, actually, especially at the start of the season. So it would be nice to see us come back from this now and really try and mount something. We're going to go and push forward. I'm also going to go from control to attacking as well. I think I'm going to take Tochi off the pitch. Felix is going to come on instead of him. And I'm tempted actually to bring Dylan on instead of Garetta. On the ground, or Galarreta rather, on the grounds that he's not played too well, not created too many chances. Dylan today is going to try and do that. He's been playing pretty well when he comes off the bench as that attacking playmaker, so we'll give him a chance today. Johannesson on the ball now, making a break forward, puts a great ball through to Lozano, who puts it onto Felix, who holds it up a little bit. Fulch out towards Johannesson, got there by accident really, but we do retain possession actually after a brief interception from Leonessa. Christian Fernandez now on the ball. Dylan puts it forward towards Lozano. Lozano out wide, puts it into Felix. Felix heads it down. It goes out to Dylan, who has a shot from the edge of the area. We're having good chances, I've got to say. We're just not making use of them. Fulch has now picked up a twisted ankle. Not good. Rocha can come on for him, but we will miss Fulch if he gets injured for quite a while. A twisted ankle could be out for a couple of weeks. Leonessa with a chance to come forward. Play it through towards Rodri, who's in behind the defence, looking for his hat-trick. It's a free kick on the edge of the area, but Valentini probably going to get sent off here. And so he has been. Valentini sent off for a shocking tackle, apparently. We can move Fulham back there, but I think this does kind of confirm today will not be a win, which is a big shame. And there we go. Leonessa 2, Real Oviedo 0. That is a poor result and not what we wanted at all. It is not reflective of how we've been in between episodes. Fulch also out for 4 to 5 weeks now, which is going to be bad. Valentini obviously banned for a match as well. We're going to issue a warning to him. Confirm that he accepts his warning. We've got a week off now until the Alcorcon game, who are down in 20th, so we should be winning it. Also just noticed Lincoln City beating Grimsby Town in the Lincolnshire derby. Good go in there. Lincoln 7th in the Sky Bet League 2. Not quite as good as what I did, I've got to say. We did get automatic promotion with Lincoln in League 2, but at least they're in the playoffs, which is pretty good. And here it is. The youth intake is here, which is pretty good. Mohamed Ongoiba is apparently got the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the Oviedo ranks in recent years. I don't want to click on him because I feel like I could be disappointed, and that would then disappoint with the rest of the youth intake. So let's view the youth candidate side. Let's look at potential. There's 2 guys there with 4-star potential, which could be pretty decent. Both centre-backs, which is quite cool. We've got a few players with 3-star potential as well. Delgado, Javier, Marino, and Sola all look pretty cool as well. No one else looking especially special, but these like top 5 players that we've got here highlighted, they have potential. They could be alright for this league, especially Diaz and Ongoiba. They could be, with 4-star potential, good enough for the first division, which is pretty good. Diaz has got some alright stats, I've got to say. Determination 17 is what really stands out to me. That's going to be pretty good. Maybe we can get his personality a little bit better. We get him tutored by someone. That would be quite decent, I think. But a lot of reasons to be excited about Diaz, actually. He could be pretty decent. He's 16 years old, but nearly 2 metres tall. That is very, very good for 16 years old. He'll get a little bit bigger, I think, maybe as well, which would be pretty cool. So he could be a very solid player for us. Ongoiba also looks pretty decent. His determination isn't quite as good as the previous chap, but of course with a bit of tutoring we can get that up as well and things like that. He's got some decent stats. He's got better mental stats than the previous guy, but not quite as good technicals, I don't think. So obviously they're very young, 16 years old. They've got a long way to go, but I think we can work with this pretty nicely. Whilst we're on the subject of youth stuff, let's ask the board improve youth facilities. Let's see if we can get them to go up a little bit for next season. Let's improve youth facilities to enable young players to reach their potential, and they agree. Fantastic. So obviously we asked them in the first episode and we said no, but youth facilities are going to be completed by November this year, which is pretty good going. While we're here as well, we may as well ask for networking. Can we go, or is it finance? Where is it? I want to increase junior coaching budget, but I can't seem to do that. Networking, it's usually something there as well. Maybe it's not right there now. Maybe we have to wait a little bit longer to ask for like increased networking and junior coaching and stuff. We can't seem to do that right now. Maybe it's because we've got new youth facilities that we can't ask for it just at this moment in time. But we need to improve that as well. But it's progress already, at least with improved youth facilities, which is good. Now we do have a few players on international duty over the next week or week and a half or so. That does include Lozano, which is a little bit worrying because he's been the key reason for our success recently. So if he goes, we will miss him against Alcorcon. So all the other results from the weekend came through. It moved us down to 8th in the table, but we're still touching distance for the playoffs and things like that. And we didn't even want playoffs this season. I'm very happy not to be in the playoffs, actually. I feel like with the new youth players we've got, I'd like to give them at least a season like the second division before we move up. I want to try and establish a bit more youth players before we actually move up. Usually it does tell me, actually, it does give me the option, do you want to move the fixture because you're going to miss some players? It's not doing that for this fixture, which is a little bit worrying. So the youth candidates have now signed. They're in the under-19 squad. A few of the players are in there as well, because I just let them play for the under-19. So a few first team players are there, like Mariga, Salbron's there. But it's Diaz and Ongoiba that we're most interested in. So we'll start off with Ongoiba on the grounds that I want to get him a good tutor. So development, tutoring. Fall-in, Diego Johannesson and Hernandez all pretty up for it apparently. Fall-in, what is determination 17? So I reckon we give fall-in on Goiber. I think that will work. Although what's Johannesson like? Johannesson's got 8, so no. Hernandez has 11, so no, it's got to be full-in, so we'll give it to full-in. Can you help him improve his game, please? He says yes. We'll invite matey in, Mohammed. He says he's got no desire to work. Right, that is an attitude problem already. I'm going to say I'm sure he would really improve your game and he doesn't feel like he's the correct tutor. Suggest someone else for me. Okay. Well, Fernandez is new there. Fernandez, he's got 13. We'll try Fernandez instead. He's happy. Oh no, Fernandez is happy. Is Ongoiba happy? He's happy with Fernandez apparently. So he's got something against Fall In for whatever reason. I don't know why, but clearly he does. Maybe Diaz. Diaz might appreciate it a little bit more. We'll say to him, development, tutoring. Fall In, please tutor Matey. He's like, yeah, sure. Diaz is like, he wants to work with Fall In. So Diaz, very happy. On Goiber, he's got a bit of an attitude problem. We're going to have to keep an eye on him, I think. Well, I don't think Lozano is going to be available for today's game. He's apparently playing last night for Honduras. Apparently he was in excellent form, though. Did he score many? He got a goal, and he got a goal and 2 assists. So he did play pretty well. What that does mean, then, is we've got to make a few changes for lineup. So Felix has got to come on for Lozano. Fulch obviously suspended, so Rocha's got to come on for him. And Valentini is suspended, so we're going to have to bring on... we can't really bring Hernandez. We have to bring Yosin on, I think, at the back for him. So what this means is Hernandez is going to come on for Katunga on the bench, Mariga for Fulch, and probably Gomez for Lozano to make it the rest of that bench. So that's your starting lineup for today's game against Alcorcon. Hopefully, a much better result. Felix is not a complete forward, advanced forward actually. We'll do that now before we forget as well. Let's proceed to the match. Hopefully it's going to be much better than the last one. Right, kickoff is upon us here today. We're at home, we're in the blue, Alcorcon away in the yellow kit. And I'm really looking for a reply and a response from the past 2 games. We've lost both of them quite heavily, actually, I've got to say. They've not been good games for us whatsoever. And actually, there is a bit of an issue, I've got to say. We'll watch this highlight first, but there is something I want to talk to you about our record this season, basically. So, Alcorcon coming forward, they've put a very good ball forward, actually. It looks very dangerous. Alcorcon, they've scored the goal. Bloody hell, they're down in 20th. This should be a routine win, like the other games when we played the teams down there. 3 minutes in, they've got the goal. Now, what I want to talk about is our win-loss ratio. We've won 15, which is good, drawn 4, and lost 13, which is very, very high, I've got to say. We've lost the same amount of games as bottom of the table Tarragona. A lot of teams, in fact, most teams have lost less than us out there, which isn't good. We've just either won or lost. We've not drawn many games this season, which obviously is either testament to us breaking deadlocks or it shows how weak our defence is. There is a highlight now, actually, as I'm talking about. Is Varela puts it into Tocci at the far post. He nods it down towards Aaron, and Aaron does manage to get an equaliser 15-16 minutes into the game. A lovely Oviedo move there, apparently. I don't know if you saw it in the background whilst I was trying to talk about things, but we have lost a lot of games this season. If we hadn't lost so many, I reckon we probably would be challenging for automatic promotion, challenging for the title. Trying to build from the back here, though. Sanchez plays it out towards Valera, or Juan Carlos Sanchez. It says Sanchez there, and it always confuses me. I think it's a different player. But we've worked up towards Johannesson on that right-hand side. He puts his cross in. Varela is there, goes back towards Aaron, and Aaron once again doing the business, putting it in the back of the net. He's brilliant there. He's just positioned himself perfectly for those little knockdowns from the players around him, and he can just fire it home every single time. That's his second goal of the game today. Has scored quite a few this season as well. He's been a bit of a dark horse, I think. He could actually start the challenge. I think Tocci is still our top goal scorer, and he's only got like 9 goals or something like that. So I think Aaron, at some point, probably could start to challenge him. Looking dangerous now, Alcorcon. They put a ball into the far post, but Juan Carlos is there to make an absolutely incredible save there. Really good save to keep us in the lead in this game. Otherwise, it would have been 2-2 just before half-time, and that would have been a real bad way to end the half. Well, no highlights yet in this second half as we approach the hour mark. Apparently, Yosin in defence is looking pretty tired. We haven't really got anyone we can bring on for him, though, can we? Verdes, I suppose, could come on for Yosin. We'll bring him on, I suppose, but I'm not a huge fan of Verdes. I did try to sell him right at the start of the season, but no one ever wanted him. So he's always just been there lurking in the defence. In the bench, or not even on the bench actually, in the reserves, I've got to say, just sort of being used as a backup player if needs be. And this is one of the times we need him. We've got a lot of injured defenders. Yosin is looking very tired on the pitch, and he's sort of like the last resort. Another chance for us now from this throw in the first real highlight of the second half, actually. Varela plays it in towards Falling. He gets out to Rocha. We've got a lot of space on this right hand side of the pitch, but we haven't decided to use it. We go back to the left instead with Varela, who puts an early cross into Felix, who puts it forward towards Tocci. Tocci puts it across to Aaron, and Aaron completes his hat-trick. What a game it's been for him. he has been the star of today, I've got to say. A hat-trick for Aaron today. He really is starting to close down to become the top goal scorer in the club right now. In fact, I think Lozano probably could be up there as well, but Aaron has played very well today. The ball come forward again. Aaron once again, he's got his fourth, once again assisted by Tocci. Is that a hat-trick of assists now for Tocci? I think it should be. I don't know if he actually got the one for the previous goal. He didn't have his name at the top, but to my knowledge, he should have a hat-trick of assists to go with Tocci's 4 goals. Fullin is now just going to ruin it and get himself sent off. Another red card in another game. He's already got a yellow. This is probably going to be another yellow card for him now. There we go. He's already been booked. He's off the pitch now, Fullin. I'd rather go a little bit more defensive. So we're going to go out to this winger formation. Aaron can go out on the left. And Felix can go out on the right, which is alright. Although we'll bring Pucko on actually on that right hand side, I think. We'll also bring Dylan on so Garoletta doesn't get sent off as well, because I feel like he could be getting sent off as well. We've had a lot of red cards in the past few games, so I just want to mitigate that by getting him off the pitch. Rocha on the ball. What's he going to do with it? Puts it in towards Tocci. Tocci gives a penalty. Now let's give it to, where is he? I'd like to see Aaron get 5. So we're going to give it to Aaron anyway. He could get a 10 rating after this, but if he misses it, it'll probably go down to like a 7.2 or something like that. So here he steps up. Aaron looking for his 5th goal of the game. Scores it to make it 5-1 to Oviedo. His 5th of the game. His 12th goal of the season as well. So he is the top goal scorer in the club now. Obviously, this game has really, really helped that. So fair play, Aaron. What a performance from him today. And as the clock ticks down, this is it. What a performance has been. This has been one of the best performances I've seen from the boys all season, actually. And we've won a lot of games recently, but this is one of the best that I have seen. So I'm really pleased with the way we've responded to those 2 defeats in a row. We've decided to turn things around, and we've really turned on the style today. We've not even been the better team. If you look at these stats, Alcorcon have had more shots. They've had more possession. We've just made much better use of our chances. We've defended much better than they have as well. So this is really starting to come together now as a pretty decent side. We do need to work on things defensively. I've mentioned that. And these stats do suggest that as well. But I think it's a real good indication of we're going to be a top side this year. And if we don't get promoted this year, it would probably quite likely next year that will be there or thereabout. Right, next episode then, I think is going to be Zaragoza again on the ground at the top of the table still. That'll be a decent game. And Albacete also, I think that's just because the natural sort of progression there as well. Probably not going to be an episode tomorrow on Sunday. There might be though, you never know, but probably not. I'm going to be a bit busy this weekend doing a few things, so I'm not entirely sure if there will be an episode or not tomorrow. So if not, I'll see you on Monday, and that episode Zaragoza and Albacete will be on Monday. So thank you very much for watching today's episode of The Real Deal. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I will see you next time for some more Real Deal action.